Okay, so let's put our obsessions out first. Let's take the attack. Draw a card. Nice. We don't need to untap our lands at all, right? But let's just tap this beast to show that we could. These are nice chump blockers, and then the Mistbinder pushes everybody up. Typically, we want to do this before we attack so we can get those numbers through. But just going big, like this is a healthy field. Merfolks are representing. Can't be blocked by black creatures, that's fine. This questing beast is like, you know what? We've got to go in. We have got to go in and get that guy. I'm going to triple block just in case there's jazz on the back end. None of those Merfolk really do anything for the collective. They're kind of single-minded. Bingo, bango, bongo. Alright, Questing Beast is gone. Hey everybody, welcome back. Thanks for taking some time out of your day to watch Hello Good Game. We're playing MTG Arena as always, Merfolk Tribal within Historic Best of 1. This deck is a beast. It focuses around Collected Company, instant speed for 4. Look at the top 6 cards of your library, put 2 creature cards from among them with mana cost 3 or less directly onto the battlefield, the rest on the bottom of your library. This is an amazing way to flood the field with high value Merfolks, such as Merrow Reejerey. Other Merfolk creatures you control get +1/+1 whenever you cast a Merfolk spell, may tap or untap to target permanent, woof, any permanent on the field, your opponent's lands, your lands, their creatures, your creatures, you name it, and Merfolk Mistbinder, a 2/2. Other Merfolk you control get +1/+1. So we're going wide, we're buffing everybody up, and we're barreling in with lethal. As always, we're taking a look at the deck list, talking about each individual card. Then we're going to talk about the deck strategies and synergies. How do all of those individual cards come together to form a really well-working, coherent archetype? Then we're going to witness some gameplay footage I've recorded, where we will break down all of the playlines and interactions within the Amonkhet historic meta. Again, we are just in the play queue today. I'm pushing to top 1200 Mythic, so I didn't want to bring the jank in and just barrel that rating down. Still trying to keep that win rate on the up and up. Speaking of win rate, however, we could have taken it into rank as we played at 60%. That's not that bad. This should be enough to continue to move you up within the rankings, no matter where you are, even within Mythic. However, do take note that the play queue may differ a little bit than the ranked queue, right? There's a lot more janked in play than there is in a ranked. That's a good rule of thumb. You know, we went 3-2, 60% win rate, played for just over half an hour. We lost to some cool control decks, right? We had this Rakdos deck that hit us with a spell I've never seen before. It was Psycho. And then this Sultai deck, which was just able to outvalue us. Extinction Event is my arch nemesis, and it cleans house on this deck. This is going to be your arch nemesis as well. You know, so I really encourage you guys, if you find any value within this video, go ahead and give it a thumbs up. It takes less than a second. You could already be done, and I don't have to ask you this. And then share the video out to one of your friends as well. Okay, let's get right into it. Historic Merfolk Tribal starts out with 3 copies of Curious Obsession. This is an enchantment. Enchanted creature gets +1/+1 and has, whenever this creature deals combat damage to a player, you may draw a card at the beginning of your end step. If you didn't attack with a creature this turn, sacrifice Curious Obsessions. So you don't necessarily have to attack with the creature that it was attached to, but you do have to attack with a creature this turn. That's a distinction that should be made while playing Curious Obsession. So now some of these historic cards I'm going to go through more in depth because you might not have seen them as frequently as the standard cards. 2 copies of Mistcaller. This is a 1/1 in which we can sacrifice at instant speed until end of turn if a non-token creature would enter the battlefield and it wasn't cast. Instead exile it, which is quite neat. So this shuts down a lot of those annoying decks, you know, stuff like Winota, Sterix, other collected companies, you name it. So Mistcaller is just kind of like a little bit of protection. It's a 1/1 for 1. We've got all of the Anthem effects that we talked about, so it will still be a viable source of damage output, even if you don't have to use it for protection. 4 copies of Mist-Cloaked Herald. This is a 1/1. Mist-Cloaked Herald cannot be blocked. That's powerful, especially while adding the Anthem effects to it. Into our 2-drops, we've got 4 copies of Merfolk Mistbinder. 2/2 other Merfolk you control get +1/+1. 4 copies of Growth Spiral at instant speed. Draw a card. You may put a land card from your hand onto the battlefield. 4 copies of Silvergill Adept for 2. It costs 3 unless you're revealing a Merfolk from your hand. So this is actually very bad value. If you don't have a Merfolk in your hand, it would end up costing 5 total, which you're getting a 2/1 plus a draw. Could be worse, but that is far from good. So be sure to be casting Silvergill Adept while you have another Merfolk in your hand to reveal, to reduce its cost by 3. And then again, I mentioned when it does enter the battlefield, you're going to get to draw a card. So that's pretty cool. Into our 3-drops, 4 copies of Merrow Reejery. This is a 2/2. Other Merfolk creatures you control get +1/+1. Whenever you cast a Merfolk spell, you may tap or untap target permanent. And again, this is any permanent on the board state. 4 copies of Jungleborn Pioneer. This is a 2/2, and when it enters the battlefield, create a 1/1 blue Merfolk creature token with hexproof. 2 copies of Hadana's Climb, a legendary enchantment. At the beginning of combat on your turn, put a +1/+1 counter on target creature you control. Then if that creature has 3 or more +1/+1 counters on it, transform Hadana's Climb. When we do transform it, we can tap it to add 1 mana of any color. We can also pay 4 and tap it, pay 3 and tap it, 4 total, right? Target creature you control gains flying and +X/+X until end of turn, where X is its power. A single copy of Tyrant of Orazca. This is a 2/4. Tap another untapped Merfolk you control. The Orazca can't be blocked this turn. You know, that's pretty cool, right? Tap 3 untapped Merfolk we control. Draw a card. Even better. Tap 5 untapped Merfolk you control, put a +1/+1 counter on each Merfolk you control. So that's really, really cool. We only have 1 copy of this because we didn't feel like busting all of our mythics, but if we had it, we'd include more. 4 copies of Collected Company. Now this is a must within the deck. We've got 4 copies of this. We already talked about it. It costs 4 instant speed. Look at the top 6 cards of your library, reveal up to 2 creature cards with converted mana cost 3 or less from among them onto the battlefield, and then put the rest on the bottom of your library in any order. These spells are accompanied by 9 islands, 7 forests, 4 breeding pools, and 4 hinterland harbors for a total of 24. I'm not a betting man, but I bet we could drop the pool by 2 and add some more Mistcallers and make out just fine. I know that seems weird to do, but we did come into a little bit of a situation while we were playing today in which we flooded and we pulled more lands than we would like to have pulled with our Collected Company. Now do take note that our highest drops here are 3 and collected for 4. That's not too hard to get to, especially when we have a Growth Spiral available to us. So while watching today's gameplay footage, think of all the land I pulled, and now think of how much better the deck would be without 2 land and 2 additional Mistcallers, which we've adjusted on the fly for you guys just to make sure you're getting the best list possible, which is in the link below in the description, have you. So that's the deck list. Let's try to talk a little bit about the strategies and synergies here, even though we've already basically touched on them all. The Herald cannot be blocked. This makes it an amazing target for Curious Obsessions, right? So we're going to be able to get consistent damage and consistent draws through the Obsessions on our Herald. They both cost 1, so it's very, very cheap. The Obsessions pushes the Herald to 2/2, which is amazing. And then we talked about stacking all of our Anthem on top of that with the Binder, with the Reejery, goes to 3/3, 4/4, 5/5, 6/6 pretty quickly and pretty efficiently. And that is our first objective, right? Get the Herald out, put the Obsessions on it, start drawing cards. Second objective, stack Anthem effects. This is your Mistbinder, this is your Reejery. Your third objective, play your Collected Company, flood the field. That's it. Easy peasy, lemon squeezy. So what are your guys' objectives? Mist-Cloaked Herald, Curious Obsessions. Bing, bang, bomb, start hitting, right? If they remove it, whatever. at least they are not removing your Anthem effects, right? It could be worse. Second step, Anthem effects. Mistbinder, Reejery. Buff everybody up, right? Now, Reejery is a priority because when you play a Merfolk on top of it, you can untap one of your lands, which will allow you to play another Merfolk and untap another one of your lands, which is a stackable ability. If you have 2 Reejerys out and you play a Merfolk for 2, you get to untap 2 lands. It's like playing them for free. That's crazy. And now I'm sure somehow, some way, there's a way to put in a draw engine in place so we can play things for free and draw. Somewhere that exists, but we didn't have time today. This is a quick video, and I just wanted to showcase the pure aggro power of Simic Merfolks with the help of Collected Company. There are other things that you can do kind of as flavor. The Tyrant of Orazca, this only is 1 copy in the deck, so you're not doing it consistently. It's a 3-drop, so you can pull it with company, which is cool. And then we are going pretty wide. The Pioneer makes an additional Merfolk token to help us out there, right? So we're going pretty wide with all of our 1-drop, 2-drop, 3-drop Merfolks, which we should be able to drop 1 to 2 of per turn. So that will help us draw a card if we want. It will help us put counters on them if we want, which I don't think will be too much of a priority just because we already have all the Anthem effects, so they should be plenty strong without that. But tapping our opponent's creatures, that's great. Having this card be unblockable, that's really cool as well. And again, the tapping of the creatures, comes through Reejery. So we could tap and untap, so we could tap their lands, we could untap our lands, we could untap our creatures, we could tap their creatures, that sort of thing. And this will open up our attacking lanes if we need. So I talked about how we could untap our lands to play more creatures. We could also tap their creatures to open up our attacking lanes, which is another primary win condition. But you should still have no problem closing out the game with Mist-Cloaked Herald. Mono red can get you off the start, but as soon as you start laying in these Anthem effects on top of each other, they're 3/3s, 4/4s, 5/5s, they're not doing much to stop you. So a great deck, relatively competitive, 60% win rate. Before we get into today's gameplay footage, I got to remind you to hit up the YouTube page, subscribe, and if you want to support me, go ahead and join as well. Most importantly, spend some time digging through our playlist. We've got our popular uploads, free to play, beginner guides, standard decks, historic decks, brawl decks, tools and tips, limited gameplay. No matter what you're into, we've got it on our channel for you. So don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, share to a friend, and hit that bell icon so you're notified of all of our future uploads. We're live on YouTube every morning at 6 a.m. At 7 a.m. we switch to Twitch, and then we're back on YouTube at 6 p.m. all times Mountain Standard. You don't want to do the time conversion, I understand. Grab the Linktree link in the description below. Go subscribe and follow on the 2 platforms, and then you're going to be notified when I do go live, and you don't have to worry about it. Easy peasy, lemon squeezy. I really appreciate your continued time and attention helping support and grow the channel. Thank you so much. And an even bigger thank you to all of our financial support on Twitch, Patreon, and YouTube. You guys are the best, and if you want to get in on that, I implore you to do so. We've got a VIP chat open to you guys and some other exclusive content for all of our financial support. So thank you. Enjoy Historic Merfolk Tribal with Collected Company. This is a Simic aggro deck, so you can clean up your opponents within the lower ranks. Anything platinum and under, I would definitely be busting this out if you like Merfolks. And then if you're just looking to have some fun, check it out in the play queue as well. Thanks for watching. Enjoy today's gameplay footage. Don't forget to watch to the end for our new blog style, or not blog, vlog style. We're on video, boys, in the outro. So we're talking about, our day, our channel plans, deck upgrades, just random shenanigans. So if you do want to skip to a certain part of the video, timestamps are in the description and you can do so with ease. So appreciate it. Take care, and we'll see you in a little bit. We're gonna mulligan this. We don't really care for it. The land looks a lot better here. Let's toss an island. Play our Adapt first, then our Reejery, then our Binder. Reveal. Ooh, there's our Collected Company. That's what we're all about. Flooding the field with these Reejerys. Couple of turtles coming at us, hey? Is this gonna be one of those high alert decks? No attacks here. It is a high alert. Oh no. 10 damage. No blocks. Woof. No attacks. And turn, we're flashing in. Putting our stop here before the attack phase. Deputy in play. I don't mind the blocker. So, depending on who they take, we're going to tap creatures. But we can't get hit for 10. So, we'll probably just lose our dude, and we've got chump blockers. We can drop the Reejery and the Binder next turn. If they overextend, right, because they don't have Vigilance is the thing. So we should be able to get a decent hit in if we double buff. And again, this is big time bummer, but we'll just block 1 to stay alive. Down to 5. 1, 2, 3, 4. So we cast the Reejery. That's going to tap the Deputy. We pay life. It's just a bummer that we don't have 1 more mana, and we could have done this again. Right? Oh no, we have 2 Reejerys. That does work. I forgot about that. That's awesome. Untapping the land, playing the Binder again, basically for free. Untap again. No haste is going to keep us from the win here. But look how close we get, right? 6-5, 5-5, 6-6. We're hitting for 12, 17 damage, plus we have blockers. Do we go for it, or do we play defensively? Let's hit for halfway, and then we can finish it next turn. We don't want to overextend. Let's keep the 6-6 back to block. I think we got them. Woohoo! Reejery in the house. 4 land, we shouldn't complain. We do have some nice 1-drops in the hand. Pulling a collective company is good as well. If we can pull a 1-drop maybe. Mistcaller or company, which way did they take it? Or Mistbinder, I should call it. Boats and hoes! Right, how reckless. They have no mana, so we can do everything on our main phase. The Reejery is a nice play. Hopefully there's no more hand hate. They've seen the company, they might come back for it. Okay, just playing Uro. So we can actually... Actually, I think Url's still cast. Yeah, you may cast this card from your graveyard. Reejery in play. Hit for 4. Collective Company online next turn. They already have 5 mana. These are all odd. We may as well sack it, at least, so they don't go to exile. Pass our turn, use company, drop our Reejery. 3 in the graveyard, not enough for Uro. Hopefully no counter. I think there is. Nice. Let's take our draw. Growth Spot was pretty cool. Four engrave. Four mana tapped. That leaves them 3. 2, sorry. All right. Tomeo in play. Can't discard or sacrifice permanents.
Let us see if your talents are worth cataloging.
Looks for...
I think you will find my notes helpful.
That helps play Uro later. Right? The mill? They're thinking about what they want. They see a Reejery. Thought Erasure to play this turn. They don't get it, which is good. A third land. Growth Spiral. Okay. Here comes our Reejery. Into our binder, untaps island for us. Adept goes up. Let's just take the draw. Okay, not the greatest. You know, it's no collected company. I'll say that, but let's hold on, see where we get to. Uro can hit the field, but we can tap it, is the thing, right? It's still hit for 6-11 total.
The past is never forgotten.
They're up to 16, of course, leaves us 5 shy, at the very least. Stop it! Even... Oh, man. Nice. 2 extinction events. What do you do against that? We need another binder off the top so we can kill Tomeo. Earl's entering the battlefield. Extinction event is so good. I can't get over it.
I cannot protect you anymore.
Let's see what we get. Baiting us.
You're making it difficult.
Tomeo to 1 goes to 2. 2 cards in hand with an arrow draws to 3. Yikes. I think they've got us. Earl's at 3, so is our Reejery, so it's not going to see the event, I don't think. So we should be stacking everything on odd, if possible. Just more collected companies would be good for us. Liliana, interesting. Land plus draw, 6 damage. Ouchies. Thank you. Please, sir, may I have some more? Oh, yeah, baby. Send T-Top in play. Mr. Teferi himself for the draw. Cultivate's gone. Already has lots of land. Into an Ashiok on minus. Oh, pluses. Who doesn't like land? We're desperate. Main phasing this instant speed spell into another land. Lovely. Lovely. Good game. Let's pack up. This is a pretty groovy hand. 1 drop, 2 drop, 4 drop. We might spiral. Right, just to ramp a little bit earlier. Hopefully drawing that 4th land for our company. We can drop it on turn 3. Our opponent's being a little bit greedy too with Adventurous Impulse. Look at the top 3 cards of your library. You may reveal a creature or land card from among them. And it is the Steely Champion. That is greedy. This land comes in. Ooh, it does not. We can play that regular speed, but we can't make use of the green is the thing, right? And our turn. I mean, we could have tried to draw an island before we attacked, but I just don't see it happening. We could Growth Spiral now. It is a land, which is great. We just need collective companies open on turn 3. Just when they're getting their champion in play, which is good, don't get me wrong. Let's try to find our blocker. Just a Reejery. Ooh, we do not get what we want. I think we leave it. No blocks. I wish we could have got 2 creatures there. Maybe we need to trim land. Just going nuts with these Reejeries. We're able to untap ourselves, which is pretty darn cool. Oh, I have no Merfolk to... Shoot. That's on me. We should have played this first. Because we could have revealed that Merfolk. Totes, my bad. Do we trade with this thing? Let's pass our turn. Looking for another company. Questing Beast is a really good drop. Let's just take the draw. No attacks yet. Nothing good here, right? They have ram throughs? Ooh, nice. A 9/9. We'd have to double block it. We have to put it on our banner next turn so it can attack, or else it sacks if we don't attack, and if it attacks, we die. Right? The Steel Leaf Champion will just rain terror on us. Some flash so we can block this beast before the attack phase would be fun. Nice. Another big body. Oh, double nice. 3 of them. Whew! That's heavy. Okay, so let's put our obsessions out first. Let's take the attack. Draw a card. Nice. We don't need to untap our lands at all, right? But let's just tap this beast to show that we could. These are nice chump blockers, and then the Mistbinder pushes everybody up. Typically, we want to do this before we attack so we can get those numbers through. But just going big, like this is a healthy field. Merfolks are representing. Can't be blocked by black creatures, that's fine. This questing beast is like, you know what? We've got to go in. We have got to go in and get that guy. I'm going to triple block just in case there's jazz on the back end. None of those Merfolk really do anything for the collective. They're kind of single-minded. Bingo, bango, bongo. Alright, questing beast is gone. Stop it. This is a scoop. Double draw. Down to 7. Lethal next turn. Oh gosh. Why do this? Right? Stop it. We were impressed by their 3 Steel Leafs. I think they're impressed by our 4 Mistbinders. Okay, last match. Quick video today for you guys. This looks good. We have a growth spiral and we're playing first. Plus company, Minder, and Reejery in our hand. That's typically what we want to play. Let's pass turn. Spiral. Forest in play. A new forest in play. If we had another 1-drop... Oh, and another... So that's actually kind of weird. We'll pass, though. Just use our company right out of the gate. Company goes out. The Adept draws, and the Pioneer makes a 1-1. Right, with Hexproof, which is pretty neat. But we're going to lose something really good here. Right, I think a Reejery maybe, or a Binder. I would take the Reejery. Yeah, bummer. I mean, yeah. One's an Anthem plus an untap engine, so that makes sense to me. Paying life for this. Let's draw our card here. They've already seen it. No harm, no foul. You know, just a land. Let's play our Binder. We could be playing into a wipe, but let's just get that damage output in. Hit for 8. Down to 12. 3, 6, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. Lethal on board. Ooh, really? We can play for a quench. It needs to be countered. Just removal. That's fine. We still have lethal. Actually, no. I think we're a little shy. Let's just get this in play, whatever. Still a huge hit. Down to 3. Lethal on board. They need to wipe us again. Easy wins today with Collected Company Merfolk Tribal. Hope you guys enjoy. Woof! Alright guys, Merfolk Tribal and Historic Collected Company. I liked it. I had a lot of fun. As far as upgrades goes, you know, you could fine tune this deck if you're willing to drop the mythics and rares on it. We're close. We used what we had. I see a different brew within Merfolks, which relies on the +1/+1 counters rather than the Anthem. I think we could drop the Climb, we could drop the Tyrant, and we could just really fine-tune the deck a little bit more and make it a bit more consistent with some other lower cost Merfolks, maybe some draw engines, something like this. So I hope you guys enjoyed. As far as channel updates, we're still developing the website. I'm trying to get new emotes made for you guys. You know, more exclusive content for our Twitch, Patreon, and YouTube supporters. Everybody who's been helping out with that deserves a little bit extra. Maybe some community days, something like that. New thumbnails are up. Really give me feedback on those. I'd appreciate that because we do want to adjust them to make them the best Magic the Gathering Arena thumbnails on YouTube by far, right? Wink, wink. And yeah, so this and that. You guys know our schedule already. We're live at 7, and then 6, and then 6 again. Just links in the description below. You're right, like, come on. I say this so many times. At a certain point in the day, it's just like, oh, I need like my cell phone voice repeat. So just like, like, comment, and subscribe. And I can just press this button. That's it every 10 minutes, right? We've been here for like a year and a half now, right? I've probably said this thousands of times, thousands and thousands of times. I feel like hundreds of times every day. So you guys, don't forget, like, comment, and subscribe. Share to a friend. Hit that bell icon so you're notified of all of our future uploads. Live on YouTube every morning, 6 a.m. PST. Switching to Twitch at 7 and back on YouTube at 6. All times Mountain Standard. You have to do the time conversion or hit that link. Follow us on Twitch. Follow us on YouTube. You'll never have to worry about a time conversion again. You'll be notified right on your preferred watching device. Thank you for your time and attention. I really appreciate it. Thank you so much, you guys. Take care. Have a great day, and we'll see you a little bit later.